What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the Respect the Game podcast. My name is Edward, named after a trilogy, that being my pops. Shout out to my mother and my grandmother for helping raise me too. Please make sure you stop what you're doing and go follow at Emax Stats for all your up-to-date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. Will not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date on all that's going on in the sports world. As always, what is a podcast without your brethren? No, we are not at full strength tonight. Our brother Black Peace is celebrating the life of his son, JD. Today is his birthday. Nephew, happy birthday to you, man. I always wishing you many, many, many upon many, many, many more birthdays upon this earth. Shout out to our brother Black Peace. Make sure you go follow him and make sure you go follow his podcast, Talkin Smoke, to get all the latest hip hop information. Yeah. What is a podcast without your brother?
He's back.
Come on, man. Big brother Iron Man, sir. Tapping in, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere you can get some indulgible content, man. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Good evening, beautiful people. It is I, the one and only Sedacious Xavier Miles. And on behalf of me and my brothers, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, for watching, listening, and supporting. Follow me at Respect the Game Podcast on Instagram and also Brother Miles on TikTok. That is all the social. Oh, also Sedacious on Twitter as well. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, man, getting straight to it, like it's nothing to it but to do it. So obviously we talk about this entire world, but more specifically the hip hop world being oversaturated. Everybody's a rapper these days. I don't know if y'all remember, but not too long ago, maybe like right before the pandemic, when you had the guy, the old school head, 52 Savage, because dude was like real life, like 52 years old out here trying to be a rapper or being a rapper. But no, man, you have the conversations of hip hop is just oversaturated with all types of people trying to proclaim that they're hip hop, trying to proclaim that they're rappers, but they really just in the way. That is all the more prevalent in today's world as Capitol Records announced that they had a artificial intelligence rapper. There's no exaggeration in that. They signed this artificial intelligence rapper to a record deal. Coming out the gate, he had over 500,000 subscribers on Spotify listeners, and he also has a song with Gone Humans, human rappers who are actually very good at the pen and lyricism and crafting a song, don't even have songs with Ghana. But this artificial intelligence robot basically is, you know, trying to or developing a career in hip hop. Is this a sign for more things like this to come?
He actually just got dropped today as well. So it's the fastest signing and dropping of any kind of artist within history. But I mean, honestly, I think a lot of these stunts were more so social experiments, just to see, how receptive people would be to it. But I think it more so kind of undermined the hard work that artists have to put in to get exposure, to gain a fan base, right? As opposed to giving a computer the ability to think for itself and having it conjure up. And I don't even know how it works, to be told, the inner intricate workings of it, but um I don't it's something that you did say that does hold true. I do believe rap to a certain extent has become watered down due to social media and people having the ability and the access to, you know, self create and self proclaim. So you can literally get on the internet and be anybody you want to be. And more times than not, people, of our age or around the urban subscribers of the urban genre, you know, a lot of them want to be, rappers, but I don't know if it continues. I do think it was a social experiment to, like I say, get people within an uproar, but I don't foresee it being a precedent going forward.
Well, I want to piggyback off that because I do agree with the fact that there won't be any future rappers to come out anytime soon and be able to do this again. Artificial intelligence rappers, I'm saying. But I do think that that speaks to where we are going in the digital world. You know, everything is really starting to be self done. You know, so yeah, I mean that just speaks to what type of world that we live in. Everything is going digital. Everything is artificial. The self-driving cars. You know, we're getting there. We can go into space now. The metaverse. You know, so on and so forth. You know, so that's all. I think this was something where Capitol Records had to strike out at to understand that okay, you're never gonna have a lane in hip hop with artificial intelligence. It's just it's too much. It has too much soul. It has too much history and too much enrichment for you to be able to have a bot be able to, you know what I mean? Like it's
embody the essence of
yeah.
actual real world experiences and emotion and
There's no way around the appropriation of that.
So let's so like you say, can't have a bot trying to embody this human emotion and feeling that goes on throughout the world, right? So on Instagram, this artificial robot FN Mecca has 220 K followers, right? And I don't think there was a problem or people found fault or a problem with this being labeled an artificial robot rapper. I think the problem came into play where I don't know if y'all saw it, where it's really trying to portray this image of a actual living human organism that
Right.
goes through whatever woes of life. So it puts a post out. Uh, it's artificial intelligence, so you know you use your imagination with that.
The robot posted something.
Yeah, so it has its own it has its own account, and it has a picture, an image of it being assaulted with by a police officer.
I forgot to watch that.
And the caption of that post, it's ridiculous, but it's our job to get this information to y'all who are not up on it. It has this picture of FN Mecca, the artificial robot, being attacked by this police officer. And in the caption, it says, "Police brutality. What should I do? This guard keeps beating me with his baton because I won't snitch. I ain't no rat. Life in prison is so depressing. I wish I could get out so I could start making fire music again." So it's just creating this imagery as if it's the Sims, if you will. If this is GTA,
the
if you will.
strife and plight of a digital black man. Way to make a mockery of everything that we done tried to build, you know, in the realm of music and culture, man. It's actually disgusting and distasteful, like to have them. Because let's be honest, like the skin tone of the AI is that of somebody of bronze, darker complexion. So they depicting a black man. They kind of have dreads, you know, with a faded.
Also, too, with that, Isaac, portraying to be black, having locks, it has music out, and in its music, it's using the word "in nigga" in its music.
Yeah, right.
As well. So I just want to add that as you was, you know.
That's just disrespectful.
Man, like artificial intelligence is created by humans. Humans create programs. Humans create algorithms. Humans create the artificial neurons that create and transmit thought waves and things like that. So this is somebody pulling the strings of quite literal digital puppet to make fun of us, man. And
yeah. The FN Mecca, the FN stands for Factory New, which is some, I'm assuming, media company that partnered with Capitol Records rather, and they put out this statement after it receiving immediate backlash for the posting of this artificial rapper being assaulted by a police officer, and then, like Isaac said, releasing him from the label, if you will. This is the statement they put out in the statement. We offer our deepest apologies to the Black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project. End quote.
Yeah, brothers. Nah, it's like Isaac said, man. It's somebody pulling the strings. You're not finna get me to believe that it's like this artificial intelligence that's so smart. The only thing that it can do is nigga shit. Like, stop playing. I'm sorry.
I personally don't think this is the end of the artificial intelligence rap artist, hip hop artist, musician. I think they're going to use this case study to be like, all right, let's just stay away from the racism, but bring something else back that's a little bit, more digestible. You know what I'm saying? All right, this may not work with, because I don't think nobody would care. They may have cared, but I think they would have continued to prolong it and like see how far they could go with it had they not ran into this immediate hiccup with the whole police brutality situation. But I wouldn't be surprised if this came up in other genres of music in the future.
My thing is, give it a record deal. How is it going? Do it get an advance? Do it get a bank account to put the money in? Like, is it going to spend its time within the digital avatar world? Is that going to be in a sandbox environment? Is that going to be beta the VR headset for virtual reality? I mean, what environment is it going to live in so it can exercise its being? Because I'm pretty sure if it's if it's a digital organism, if that's a new term, right? If it's this digital creation, like it's gonna want to express itself and not just in the capacity of an artist when it's time to perform. I'm just thinking about it from that perspective. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but our robot, we ain't too far off from that, to be quite honest. Maybe 15, 20 years removed, but
so I'm still confused as to how it performs. Like, so it actually raps and sings as well.
It has a record out, bro.
Who produces? Who produced for it? Like, how? I mean, it's just a joke, man. It's just a way of getting a rise out of people. Like I said, I think it's more so a social barometer.
Waters? Is it the Florida Water song?
Yeah, I think that's one of his releases. Yeah, one of his singles.
Gunna was hard on there.
I didn't even listen to the full song, to be honest with you. I was just like, I can't really take this seriously, give it my full attention. But
I think maybe the version I heard was just Gunna's.
I want to say one of the articles also said that this artificial intelligence rapper was using the same lyrics that got YSL incriminated and behind bars currently. So how much of a slap in the face is that?
I read that too.
You know what that is? Damn, Doug. You like that? We just gonna embody you in a digital replica and call it FN.
Bro, with the nose ring and everything and the lock, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro, that's on the I didn't even I feel you.
It's almost like a digital way of mocking Young Thug. Like,
when you say that and you put those images together, what Thug is and what that body is, bro, spot on. I'll take it. I'll take it. But now moving on. Staying with the rap. Quando Rondo this last week, being shot at in Hollywood, November 2020. One of his close partners in his circle that he runs with killed King Von at a nightclub. We know how that situation turned out, what led to that situation. And ever since then, people from Chicago, people who are in high support of the Lil Durks and the King Vons have, made it a mission to, let Quando Rondo know he is not safe in any way, shape, or form. but he was out in Hollywood last week. Car pulls up, sprays the car up with bullet holes for our listeners who may not know what I mean when I say spray. And it Quando Rondo was not hit by any of the bullets, but it did. Those shots did claim the life of Quando Rondo's cousin. I pose this question to y'all. Where does Quando Rondo take his career after this incident? Or does he even have a future of a career as a rapper?
I just got one thing to say. I think he can still make music. I think he can still have a career. He just have to be heavily invested in top-notch security. That's it. You get the same kind of guys around you. Like, I'm talking about them good old boys, like old retired cops or what have you. You know what I mean?
Those marshals.
Yeah, that's the only route I see you going, man, because they're really gunning for your head. And you got to get, I'm sorry, it's just the way I talk. You got to get really white folks involved in this for you to be protected from these niggas that's trying to kill you. Because they really seem like they're not going to stop until this man is dead. And that's sad. I hate it. But it is what it is. It's the game, bro.
Yeah, man, it's what you signed up for. Like, I mean, no good deed goes unpunished. So it's like, I get it. You was protecting yourself and your partner did what he had to do in the moment. But man, hey, everything come with a price.
Oh yeah,
Every action, every action get a equal and opposite reaction. Yeah, you live by the sword, you die by it. But I mean, hey, what we talking about, man? Hey, this the life you chose. You just so happen to be living it out in the public eye through some, through some music personalities. But I mean, essentially, we just more so kind of watching. I think a similar remnants with, and no speculation, but the Yo Gotti and Young Dolph situation where it's like, yeah, you can diss me in these songs or whatever, but eventually I'm gonna see you and we gonna land on you. Like it's gonna be up. Like I don't care if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. I'm willing to wait because I haven't forgot. And as soon as the minute you think it's died down and it's over with, it's right back up. So I mean, what they say is a old songwriter say, "Welcome to the jungle."
You got
We
fun
got fun and games.
We got everything you want.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Concrete jungle out here.
Bro, you gotta input that song somewhere in this episode, bro.
We're probably gonna get flagged, bro.
Oh shucks, I forgot about that. You're right.
Well, we could. We just wouldn't be able to technically get paid off this episode, depending on how much of it I play.
God dang it, Bobby.
And we made okay, that's enough. We don't have to break bread with that.
Yeah. Nah. All right. So also staying in LA, it was reported today, came out through the press release from the Brooklyn Nets. Sean Marks, Steve Nash, other governing bodies of the Brooks organization sat down with Kevin Durant and his agent Rich. They said, "Hey, we're on the same page. We are all focused towards staying committed to this team and pushing towards to win a NBA championship. Cap or no?"
I think it's big cap.
Why?
Simply because my boy demanded a trade, bro. So I don't believe so. One of them have to be cap. Either you want to be traded and you don't want to play for them no more, or you was tripping and have come to your senses and now you want to move forward with this team. So I've always felt like he wanted to play with Devin Booker, and I feel like that shit is kind of like sliding off the table. And so you got to kind of save face. You send your best guy in there, and he get it taken care of for you. That's how.
I think it was a strategic way of, hey, KD, it's been a shit show this summer. Let's get together. Let's come together. Let's put out a joint statement, and you backing the GM and the head coach. And notice how those are the first two names mentioned in the first sentence of that letter, right? Steve Nash and I, like it's immediately addressing the elephant in the room, right? And I think that's just more so to control the damage control that's what probably was about to come up on the media in regards to Kevin Durant. Do you still want? Because it was just going to be a Kevin Durant free agency free fall Quizlet show every single day at practice, every single day after the games, especially if they lose. So, in order to minimize that, I think it was in their best interest to come out and say this. But all I really think that was is, hey, we can't really get back what we want to get back for you right now. So, literally, you got to just suck it up and play, bro. You literally just signed. You got 4 years. Your contract just started. We can't not. We can't trade you right now. You got to at least play a year, bro. We just got Ben Simmons. Maybe he can be the Draymond Green to this whole this ain't what we trying to do. Shout out to Malibu's Most Wanted. That's where I got that from. Never been one of them. But I don't know, man. It's crazy, but I think it's strategically orchestrated to where, come on, KD, let's not go into camp with all this noise surrounding us. Put your head down, let's hoop. We do actually got an improved team with acquisitions of TJ Warren in the offseason, among, I think, a couple of other players. I like the emergence of Cam Thomas. I think Ben Simmons will provide some much needed defense, switching, 1 through 5, and having that ability to just push the pace. So, yes, and this is me. I actually gave Ben Simmons compliments when he was asking me about Kevin Durant. That's kind of insane to say, but I mean, I am curious to see how it looks. I know everybody else is too. Like, if Ben Simmons can get out his own head and shoot, I know we say that every year, but if that nigga starts shooting this year, though, everybody's mouth gonna drop, right? And they really gonna be the talk of the league, because it's like, if he start making shots, the Brooklyn Nets are unstoppable. Let's make that perfectly clear. If Ben Simmons gets out there and is shooting at least 5 to 7 jump shots a game, you want to talk about a huge win to where we don't have to just sag off you. And come on, man, that's gonna be unreal. So,
You talking about if he make 5 to 7 buckets a game, not if he's shooting.
Well, and not even making 5 to 7, because he'll make 5 to 7 shots, whether that be at the rim. I'm talking specifically if he's taking confidently 5 to 7 jump shots. I know he's gonna attempt stuff at the rim.
I think I see where you're going with that, Sedacious, because you could take those jump shots, right? But Draymond Green take his threes. That don't mean people is playing up close on him.
My thing is,
so it's just like with Ben, it's like you got to come out
not even
showing
a bad shooter.
He just don't
shoot.
We don't even know if he's not a bad shooter or not, because
I mean, bro, like, all things will point to, like, if you see him and pick up and you just see him like hooping, bro, in the gym with UCLA runs or whatever.
Yeah,
bro, Ben got nice form, nice follow through,
nice lefty,
pull ups, nice left. Get in the game, it's just gone. Like,
somebody paying you not to shoot, just let us know. Like,
Stop it. I don't care.
Motherfucker done put a hex on his ass. I don't know.
No, bro, because your shot broke. That's why. You can practice all you want to, put up all the videos that you want to put up.
I think
at the end of the day, when you get in the games, you got to go to work and do your job, and everybody else come to work and do their job. You don't believe in your shot like
bro.
that.
I think he's embarrassed, right? Because I feel like he feels the pressure of, okay, I'm that number one pick. I'm supposed to be this generational talent. If I can't shoot, then what does that say about me? But it's like, Ben, at this point, bro, you done been called everything under the sun. You don't have one of the most infamous not attempted layup in NBA history. You disappeared 3 fourth quarters in a row when they needed you against an undersized Atlanta team that did not deserve. it was just bad, man. It was bad.
Because Nick can't shoot. God, your
Or
point
he
guard.
won't.
Ball.
Either way. Either way.
I would say this whole media we're on the same page. I personally think it's cap. I think Isaac alluded to it in the beginning. You don't want to go into training camp with all these questions causing a distraction. So I think it was basically to try to lessen the distraction and put KD in the position to be like, yo, next question, we moved on, we're on the same page. I do think as the season unfolds, they'll be still secretly trying to see if it's obviously you wouldn't be trying to do that with a talent like KD, but I think it was cap, and I don't think it was a true genuine we're on the same page. It's just like, hey, let's try to work together to try to combat the media so it doesn't really become a cancer inside of our locker room.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, Isaac said the perfect word: damage control, bro. Because KD, you are the best player on the team. You can't come to the locker room with issues, brother. That's just setting a bad tone.
Yeah, we can't expect other guys on this team to be heavily invested in us, and you the best player on the team don't even want to be here. That don't help us with chemistry. That don't help us psychologically.
And come back out and endorse Steve Nash. Tell him you're sorry. Tell Sean Marks you're sorry.
Man.
Oh, that bull.
Yeah.
Man.
And when you said Paul, I'm just like, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
And Katie, like, yeah, I support. Yeah.
I'll knock that out for you, boy. I'll pay you the big bucks, Rich. Go ahead and knock that out for you, boy.
Yeah, so don't be surprised. Breaking news. Oh man, blockbuster trade. KD is, got the trade that he wanted and all that nonsense. So
it reminded me of the Aaron Rodgers fiasco when he was like, "Oh, I don't like my team," but then took the contract extension. It's like, nigga, shut up. you gonna tweet last dance with Devontae. Devontae got the fuck out of there. You still there?
Like money. They don't necessarily gotta like the team. Sometimes it's just too much money to walk away from.
Yeah. You gonna pay me to not like you? Oh, all right.
You know, I like that.
Perform at your best and not like you. Not like your boss, but perform at your best. He gonna pay you enough.
Going over to the other side of the coast, all the way to Dallas.
Oh shit! This what we wrapping up with.
I won't ask Shower Izzo first. I already know Sedacious's answer. Sedacious, ask your man's over there if he's still around listening to the pod. Ask him if he had to pick one of the two to be on his team, would he pick Justin Tucker or would he pick CeeDee Lamb? Can he hear us?
Yeah.
Justin Tucker or CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah.
Wow, the fact that he has to think about it tell me everything I need to know. Cowgirls. Ring a ding ding. Hey, yeah, brother, we thank you for your time, man. You ain't got to think that long on it, man. That told me everything. If it wasn't a definite CD off the rip, you know what I'm saying? It just told me everything.
Oh, he gonna take C? Okay, he gonna take CD.
Yeah,
okay.
Honestly,
is he a Rams fan? Since he's from LA, is he a Rams fan?
Eagles fan.
Eagles fan. Okay. All right, so he gonna take CD over Justin Tucker. So
what would I take? And let's put it into perspective, shall we?
Hold on, I don't want to go so bad.
I'm saying, hold
on. Okay.
Or can I ask you this way?
Hold on.
Wait.
Let him open the segment and you can have it. He got to open the segment, right?
I'm asking the same question over. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, all right.
Before you go,
I have another question for you, though, Sedacious. But go, Izzo, go.
It's the same question. It's the same, literally, I promise. Or let me ask you like this. Do you want the most accurate NFL picker in history on your team? Or do you want a talented second-year player who plays receiver in CD Lamb.
I'm taking CD all day.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Sedacious. So you called me on the phone today. It was like, yo,
Woo!
what's good? What's up with this question? What's up with this Justin Tucker CD Lamb? Like,
I figured it out.
What the hell is you on? You know what I'm saying? And you said you was gonna do your research because I told you we couldn't talk about it over the phone for the sake of saving the content for the podcast. You said you was gonna look at it or whatever upon your own research, upon your own Googles. What research did you find that differentiated Justin Tucker and CD Lamb, if any at all?
So contrary to popular belief, I would take Justin Tucker simply because.
Wow. So Cowboys fan of you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This is actually great.
A Cowboys fan would say CD Lamb with no knowledge. That's what a Cowboys fan would do.
Even when you think you got an easy win, it's like, y'all still surprise me. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
Simply because consistency is key. When you really think about it, CD Lamb has not done enough to stand up against Justin Tucker. You know what I mean? You know, and I, like I said, I figured out why, because on the top 100, then they got CD 94 and Justin 95, like that. I don't know what
no.
Other way around.
Justin.
Yeah.
94.
Right. So I'm like, at first I'm like, no, I would take CD, but then I thought about it. No, as it stands today, Justin Tucker is a better kicker in the NFL than CD Lamb is a receiver in the NFL. There's no one that's
I can respect that. I can respect
that. No one that's topping him right now in the game. There are a plethora of receivers that I would call, whose name I would call before CD Lamb.
And that's respectable.
And that just is what it is. And when I was watching it, I was like, okay, well now it kind of takes the sting out of everything, because it's like we're talking about a second-year player. We're talking about a second-year player and a god on some shit right now. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I know how to pick. Yeah, I'm not the typical Cowboy fan, bro. I'm not just a yes fanboy.
All right. Well, we shall see as the season gets closer and starts to unfold.
The game. Dak is under fire. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because thinking about this made me think about Dak, and that I just started churning, boy. And then I'm like, this nigga, boy, if he don't get it done this year, I don't even want to. I can't. I'm gonna be like Sean Hart. Fuck the Texans for a second.
Oh no, I'm never rooting for the Texans a day again in my life. You can book that. We had our best days.
Boys would have to have a son and he get drafted to the league for me to root for the team.
Oh man, that's the.
We're going to get
even then, the first year, I'm plotting away to LeVar Ball that thing to get us out of there.
He's saying LeVar Ball that thing. Nah, man. Yo, beautiful people. That is what you call a great episode. Y'all heard it here first. Live the rapper Sedacious. He is not your typical Cowboys fan. I would really love to do a poll and just ask many Cowboy fans that question without them having the knowledge of who Justin Tucker is, or without having the knowledge of knowing that even the NFL players rank him ahead of CD Lamb, and how many of them may find it blasphemous, and how many it may not actually be a typical Cowboys fan and say, oh, give me Justin Tucker every day of the week over CD Lamb. But like I said, Sedacious is not your typical Cowboys fan, but we will see how true he holds to that as the season gets closer and starts to unfold.
Good question before we wrap. Are they finished with the whole 100 list?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Because there's somebody who's not on because they put Trevon Diggs up there and they put Dak up there. Trevon Diggs, I understand. Dak, not so much.
He probably be if I feel like where you going, Parsons.
Yeah.
He probably be
He's gonna
like,
be top
yeah,
20 for sure.
yeah, he gonna be like down there
He's
in the
gonna be
top
top
20, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm
He's
on
gonna
YouTube.
be somewhere
What's
between
going
20 and
on,
10.
bro? I'm on YouTube mad. Like, hold up, Trevon Diggs. What's happening?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Dak still had a statistically good year.
No, they gave him. I guess they gave him.
I would have to go look at his
Damn,
video to see
it's
what players
100
are saying
motherfuckers in the
about him.
league who had a better year than Dak Prescott last year. That's crazy. You all right, nigga?
I think they was just being nice, bro. But no, statistics are what they are. But I'm a
But
Cowboys fan.
then he just got the respect of his peers, bro. I mean, I think he'd be happy about it. Ain't like they didn't vote the nigga top 50. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he like 44 or something.
Yeah, he's 44.
Is he? He is top. Well, damn. Well, hey.
Yeah.
They respect him, man.
And
They
there was
respect
some
the game.
games.
What
There
can
was
I
some
say?
games that I saw at like 56 and 58, and I was like,
They showed a lot of love to linemen this year. Shout out to the O-line. Nah, for real, because it's some great offensive line players in the league, bro. Shout out Quentin Nelson, probably one of the best guards I done seen since Zach Martin in a long time. Shout out to you. Sorry,
yeah, my boy getting old, though. My boy getting old.
He getting old. I would definitely think Quentin Nelson is the standard now.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
For sure. But nah, man, beautiful people, make sure you go follow us on Instagram at Respect the Game Pod, on YouTube at Emax Stats for all our episode content, at Sedacious, at Shine Hard, or maybe not at Sedacious, at Respect the Pod, at Black Period Peace.
Black like plaque on your teeth.
Yeah, BLAQUE. Yeah, man. And you can get us on pretty much all of your streaming podcast platforms, minus which I'm going to challenge myself to start getting all our content on there, SoundCloud. So yeah, man. Yeah, but Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Rhapsody, you name it.
Where I'm pointing at is where you can find all of these.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for listening. Like we always say, we truly mean it. We don't take it for granted. And we will see y'all next week.